Hello. This video will walk through everything you need to know when conducting a video visit with your provider using a desktop computer or laptop. A desktop computer is one that usually stays in one place and needs other equipment to be plugged into it, such as a monitor, mouse, and keyboard. A laptop is much more mobile and has many of the items a desktop doesn't have already built right into it, things like a mouse, keyboard, and camera. The first thing every patient needs for a video visit is your OneChart patient portal account information and access to the internet or Wi-Fi. Let's begin with how to utilize a desktop. Simply log in using your OneChart patient portal information. If you don't have an account, you can request one using this button, or if you've forgotten your password, you can select Forgot Password seen here under the Sign In button. Once logged in, it will bring you to your account dashboard where you can interact with your provider in a number of ways, including scheduling an appointment or messaging your doctor. Once you have your video visit scheduled with your provider, it's time to ensure you're ready for it. One thing you may want to check within your web browser is for the pop-up blocker. It is possible that when you attempt to enter the meeting with your provider, that your web browser will block the prompt that launches the meeting. It may be helpful to go into your web browser settings and allow pop-ups at the time of your appointment. Also, as I said previously, a desktop computer needs equipment to be plugged into it. You will need a webcam so your provider can see you, and a speakerphone or headset so your provider can hear you. There are many different brands of this equipment which will all work just fine. Keep in mind that just having speakers, such as for playing music, will only allow you to hear your provider, but they will not be able to hear you. If you don't have a headset or microphone, there is an option to call into the meeting on a separate telephone, which we will discuss here shortly. Once you have the required equipment, you are all set for your appointment. For your meeting with your provider, you will be utilizing Zoom, but there is no need for you to create an account for yourself. Everything will be taken care of at the appointment time. Once it is time for your appointment, log back into your OneChart patient portal account, click on Visits and then Appointments and Visits. This will appear if you have opened the visit more than 10 minutes prior to the appointment time. This is a good time to check that your camera and microphone are working appropriately. Once it is time for your appointment, you will see a large green Begin Video Visit button appear. Once it is available, go ahead and click it to enter the meeting. Your provider will be able to see that you have entered the meeting and are waiting for them. Once the meeting has begun, please click through any prompts that may come up. This is likely the first prompt you will see and is in regards to your audio. If you have the recommended equipment, you can go ahead and click Join with Computer Audio. If you have a telephone available, you can toggle over to Phone Call and it will provide you with a phone number to use. You would then be able to hear and be heard by your provider. Once through all the prompts, it's time to ensure that your provider is able to see and hear you during that meeting. Move your mouse anywhere within the meeting field and you will see all the meeting options appear at the bottom. Ensure that there are not red slashes through the microphone or camera icons, which are on the left-hand side. If you are still having issues, use the carets to the right of each of the icons and change your audio or camera options. It is possible your computer has many different things plugged into it, so switching the input just tells your computer the correct piece of equipment to use. One useful function within the meeting is the chat function. Use this to type messages of text to your provider or see messages your provider may have sent you. Once your meeting is over, your provider will end the meeting for you, so there is no need for you to do anything. Luckily, when using a laptop, all the instructions we just went through remain exactly the same. The only difference is a laptop already has a webcam and microphone built right into it, so there's no need for extra equipment. Once you've had a successful visit on a device, we highly recommend returning to that device for future video visits. If you do switch devices, you will need to go through all the steps to appropriately set it up again. We hope this becomes a useful option for you, and thank you for choosing Nebraska Medicine for your healthcare needs.